I don't know why, but I have this obsession of being like water, being both, having the yin and having the yang. Like you want to be masculine, and at the same time you can be feminine. You can't be one-sided, because if you're one-sided, you're predictable. You have to be predictable and unpredictable at the same time. You gotta be quiet, and you gotta be able to speak when the time comes. You gotta be able to strike and freaking shut the person up when it's needed. But most of the time you're quiet until you wait for the right time. You wait for the timing. When the timing is right, you freaking strike. You strike that son of a bitch, and they're like, oh shit, I did not expect that. Because all the time he was quiet, and now he just snapped back at me, and now you're backed off, and you exerted your power there. You showed that you could stand for yourself. And I think that's very powerful. Being like water, being both, being two things at once. And yeah, I think that really helps me in my life. I think it's being able to be like water, to be predictable and unpredictable at the same time. I want people to be able to predict my actions, but at the same time they're like thinking, is he really gonna do this? Like, is this guy really gonna do that? Like, he's not that simple. He might seem simple, but inside he's a little bit unpredictable. And I think that's a good way to live life, I guess. I think that's an interesting way to live life, like being like water. Water, it can be calm at times, but when the earthquake comes, it can destroy the whole human race if it wanted to. So that's the power of water. That's the power of being like water. And yeah, I wish I could. I'm still trying to learn how to be more like water. I think, knowing this, like, oh, it's easy to know how to be like water, but nobody really applies it. Nobody really tries to be like water. Like, not literally, of course, but figuratively. Like, you just have this mindset of always being both, being like water, seeing both sides, knowing that you need both sides, knowing that you need anger and you need calmness at the same time, knowing that you need to be masculine and feminine at the same time, knowing you gotta be emotional and unemotional at times. You need both. You need two things. If you have two, if you can harness the power of two, if you're good at two, then I think you can be unstoppable. You can be unstoppable. I truly believe that. I might be wrong, but I think that's a very, very good concept, very good idea that you can use to improve your life. But that's just my opinion. Don't know what you guys think. But yeah, being like water, being like water. Working hard, and at the same time you're relaxed, you're lazy. It sounds contradicting, right? It is contradicting, but there is genius in the contradiction. There's two things that you can use, not just one thing. Not just thinking, oh, if I work hard every single day, I'm gonna make it. Sometimes you gotta be lazy and you gotta think. You gotta use your mind and think, and that laziness complements the hard work. And you combine both of them together, even though they're opposites, you create something that's new, that's unique. I think that's how creativity stems from. That it starts from the yin and yang. Yeah, that's the power of the yin and yang. But yeah, I just had this idea, like just now in the shower, I was like thinking, man, imagine I could be like water and be both, be two things at once, and not at all at the same time. I can exist and not exist at the same time. I'm both. I'm like water. I go into a cup, I become a cup, or something like that. You know, I can just flow, you know, be flexible, just go with the flow and go with the times, and just be relaxed and intense at the same time. Aggressiveness and unaggressiveness. I don't know if you guys actually understand what I'm saying. Sure, it might not make sense, but yeah, if you know, you know. It's just water. Be like water. You have to be like water. I have to be like water. You don't have to be. Only if you want to be. But yeah, that's it for today. Just a short one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.